All right, what's up?
Hi. We're here.
Craziness.
Craziness.
Super craziness.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up? Kent Lap. First thoughts, the world is the same. Yeah, that was pretty much my first thoughts when I woke up too.
Mhm.
Uh we did the watch party for a little bit. And then like kudos to those guys who were on for 8 hours.
Oh
Like
my gosh, when
holy crap, that was amazing.
That's insane. That's insane. But I'm not surprised though. I feel like they get
Yeah, that was good.
like this huge adrenaline pump and but
Yeah.
it's really cool that they did that, you
Yeah.
know.
Um Hey Trish,
Hi
what's
Trish.
up? Bam, we're live. Yeah.
We're alive. Yep. What's up,
We are
Jody?
alive. And uh, damn, man, I feel like I don't know. I felt like nothing changed.
Mhm.
Not for me. I get why some people think that it did change and I don't know, the the outpour on Instagram was amazing
Mhm.
and also sad.
Yes. Yeah.
Also sad.
Yeah.
I just yeah. Uh the thing for me was the scrolling, right? Like you scrolled through and you saw friends and family and whatever that were like crying or, unfriend me or, you know,
Mhm.
and in my mind, it's like, hey, we've been married for 12 years.
Mhm.
Have we ever disagreed?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I
A
love
lot.
you and we've been married for 12 years and we have disagreed on many, many, many things.
Yeah. Still do.
Right.
Still do. It doesn't change the fact that I love you. It doesn't change the fact that we're still together. That doesn't change. If anything, I always feel now as this new version of myself, I feel like the conversations that we have that we don't necessarily agree with each other continue to help me grow into
You want to have
a
conversations with
yeah.
people, especially people that don't agree with you. You don't want to sit in an echo chamber, right? Like you want to have
You know what the funniest part about all of this is that I didn't think I was in an echo chamber. Like, I'll give you that. I did not think that I was in an echo chamber until I got out of it, and then you really realize what it's like to be in an echo chamber.
yeah.
Yes, my algorithm has changed because I follow people on both sides. I want to hear what both sides think, but it's funny because I have a personal Instagram and then I have my open I am Colleen Glinton Instagram that I started when I had my own online business for a little bit. And I go back to my private one once in a while just to kind of check and there's people on there and I always want to change my algorithm sometimes if it's the same old shit because I've followed some funny people on that and my algorithm is different on that. But when I go in there, I'm like,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa, that's a very different a very different type of world that I was living in that Instagram world. So it's I didn't think I was in an echo chamber until I got out of it. And now I really realize that if you only talk to people that are going to yes you to death,
Yeah, for sure.
you're really in an echo chamber. You know what I mean? And I think that that is one thing that I enjoy so much about talking politics with people. Yeah, fine. They all might be conservatives. Fine. They all might be Republicans and whatever. But I'm allowed to ask way more questions
Than we were
than we were. And
otherwise.
yeah, and also turn around and be like, well, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
And nobody has been like,
Bats an
well,
eye.
nobody's been like, well, fuck you. And I never want to talk to you again or you're
Yeah.
fucking
How could you
stupid.
believe that?
Yeah, and I mean, and I said it to him personally, but Taylor Self is the best example of that. He has that personality that's like you're a fucking idiot, but with me,
He'll
he's
explain it to you.
yeah, absolutely. Everybody
Sure.
will. Sevon did.
Yeah.
You know, when I was like, wait, can you explain this to me? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they take the time to answer questions, but I'm also somebody that's willing to ask the questions and
And listen.
actually want to listen to what they have to say. So, oh,
Oh,
good.
yeah, no, we're gonna get through these.
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth the Lab. I do feel like it was a win though. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trump Trump trounced her. There was, and we'll get into that later too. But
Mhm.
the media made it feel like it was going to be closer. I had friends on both sides that were sweating because we all felt like it was going to be the closest race ever, and it was.
I think everybody did. And regardless of
Well, the media told us that that's what it was going to be.
yeah, and so regardless of who you voted for or what side of the line that you're on, I think that it was a shock to everybody.
Yeah, I didn't think
It
he
was
was
an
going to.
absolute shock to everybody.
In my mind, I was comfortable. I thought he was going to win, but didn't feel like he was going to win by that. Didn't feel like he was going to sweep
Mhm.
every fucking thing. It was a sweep. Break the brooms out. Like, sorry, I'm not trying to be a dick, but
Mhm.
it was. He trounced her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trish, first
Yeah.
question. Yep.
Trish, have you had anyone check in on you because you're a gay couple?
No,
No.
I haven't.
No.
No.
I've had people ask me some questions. You know, what I'm afraid of or why I'm not afraid of something or whatever, but I haven't. Nobody's. No one's offered me a hug. Like, if that's what you're asking.
Garrett, go, bud, so that the dog doesn't get out, please.
Um.
Did you eat your dinner? I'm sorry. Did you eat your dinner? Okay, eat your dinner. God. No, I have not had any single person reach out to me to check on me, to see if I'm okay. You know, the saddest part for me, though, I will say, is that when I first opened up, well, here's the funny part first, and then I'll explain the sad part. The funny part first was, and again, this is the internet that we are gifted with, is that all of the reels, all of the memes that are going around from this election, like, the internet wins. I'm sorry. Some of them are just so funny. They made a remake to the Macarena song, which has a very catchy tune. The same way the song, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Like, it's such like a catchy tune. So that's what we
Internet's
first
undefeated.
undefeated. And I think that if you allow humor to get you through times of sadness, like many people are feeling, like this, like it was a perfect thing to kind of open my phone to the first thing. The second part, though, and the sad part was for me, is that I actually saw more people share the suicide hotline than anything else.
Yeah.
And for me, that is so sad. And it's so sad for me that people are sitting in so much fear that there is a real concern that people are scared that they're going to lose everything, to the point where people are on suicide watch. Like, for me,
You got to stop saying that word on here.
What?
The S
Oh,
word.
sorry.
Yeah, don't say that.
That just makes me very, very sad.
I don't know how you get there, like, to that point. I don't know how politics brings you there. I don't, again, know how disagreeing with people gets you there.
Mhm.
But the number one thing that I thought when I saw the election, and you saw all of this, they brought up a map and we're like, hey, where did Harris do 3% better than Biden? And it was like gray. She didn't do 3% better anywhere. And it was just like,
Mhm.
what is happening right now? And it was
Mhm.
amazing. It was incredible. She just didn't.
Mhm.
And the fact that people are getting up today and crying and or got up the other day and were crying, and I okay, but also, you're grown ass adults. The world's not over.
Mhm.
And if the media made you so upset that you feel like now that Donald Trump is the next president, that you need an intervention line, or you need, holy crap, or you feel like you need to delete your parents off your friends page or delete your friends off your friends page because they had a difference in opinion,
Mhm.
that says something else
Mhm.
to me.
Mhm.
We already had him. you already know what he did. You already know his track record. He didn't
But
there.
I also would say though too that maybe the thought process that's going on now is that the gay community is not the same gay community it was when he first got elected. Like this ideology and this push and this, I mean, the community is so divided and there is such a separation of like this quote unquote normal gay and new gay. Like what does, like, you know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't feel like before. It feels very different because before it was a fight for us to have the right to get married.
Yeah.
And then that passed, but now it's the trans ideology. It's the, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like it's the same as it was. So
It wasn't.
I
It
can
definitely wasn't.
understand.
Or it was and we didn't know it yet.
Yeah, because it wasn't so mainstream.
It wasn't prominent. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dana M, can you tell me what rights you are afraid of losing with, if any, with Trump? I had a gay couple shame me for supporting Trump. They were shocked I was voting for him.
Yeah, it goes back to Aaron said kind of the same thing. So Aaron Fraser said the same thing, pretty much the same question. I have a gym friend who posted, if you don't understand why gay people are scared, you don't have a gay friend or you know a gay person. Can you explain why they are scared? So the main one is that they're scared that
well, first let's premise this with the fact that they have basically like told us for years that we need to be afraid. We've been told for absolute ever, because you didn't have gay marriage, us fighting for gay marriage, but they can take it away in the snap of a second. So don't ever let Republicans back in, because they'll just snap their fingers and they'll take it away and it'll be over. They've scared us with this forever. And the minute that it got past that we could get married, it went even more. It was like more. If you vote for a Republican, you're going to lose it. If you anything you do, you're going to lose it. And they've hung that over us since Obama passed it, or they passed it with Obama. And so gay people are afraid because they told us to be afraid.
Yeah, that if any time that there's a Republican president, that the House or the Senate are majority Republicans, which it's looking like that the entire
they got the House,
government
the Senate,
is Republican.
Yep.
There is a fear, and I think it's intensified. I think it's intensified with the fact that he overturned Roe v. Wade. I think it's absolutely intensified that, you know, this idea that anybody can say that nothing is possible, I think is very hard to not, or like it's hard to think that it's not true. Like, because anything is possible. Anybody in a position of power can do as they see fit, as they want to. You know what I mean? So I think it's intensified with the fact that he did actually overturn Roe v. Wade. So it is
that didn't help. That didn't help him at all. And he knows that.
It's a possibility that with enough conservative Republican push, because people in power that have conservative views, traditional views, you know, religious views about marriage should only be between a man and a woman. If they're in a position of power and they get enough of them, it's possible that it could happen. Yeah, he didn't do that the first time he was in. You know what I mean? But I understand why now the scarcity is heightened, because
that they're scared.
It's different. Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Roe v. Wade didn't help. And then they had the Project 2025 thing come out, and that didn't help either.
And people are starting to say that.
And that's not Trump either. Trump didn't say that. Trump didn't. That wasn't Trump's. That was a think tank that got together, and that's what they want. It wasn't Trump's. He hasn't endorsed it. His name's not on it. It was another scare tactic. And all this is really, to answer their questions, all this is really is they've scared us for years. And whenever they need to pull the gay vote, or pull the gay card, or pull the female card, or the female vote, this is what they do. And they tell us that we're going to lose all our rights.
Mhm.
Trump doesn't give a shit about gay marriage. He
Mhm.
didn't the first 4. He's not going to this year.
Well, and that's a good point, Aaron, and thank you for the Supreme Court did. Yeah, so he appointed 3 of them,
Yeah.
and he'll appoint more, but it's and that's also the thing too. It's like, yeah, he's the face because he's the president, but there's so many people working in the government that have decisions, like, that they can make decisions. So blaming one person, yeah, he has the power, he appoints, he is the one in charge and can do executive orders and all these type of things or whatever. But in that case, it took a group of people. And that is the fear, is that if more right righter winged conservatives get in positions of power like the Supreme Court, then something like gay marriage could be put back on the table. You know what I mean? So
The super liberals use that to freak us out every time. The same way that they've done that and kind of said, like, yeah, there wasn't there wasn't a need for gays against groomers 4 years ago. No, there wasn't.
mhm,
And that's the thing. Every time they need us to do something, they pull some shit out that they need us to be afraid of.
mhm,
And then this time it went just really way too far.
mhm,
And we were all like, fuck it, we're not afraid of you anymore. And whatever.
mhm.
You can dangle this carrot of you're gonna take our marriage away, you're gonna take our rights, and we just don't give a shit anymore. Like, take it. Fine, fuck it. We'll call your bluff. Take it. And
I mean, I don't want them to take it, but
no, no, you don't. And I get the fear. I
Yeah.
understand the fear for people, but it's kind of coming into your own and being like,
Listen, this election, honestly,
if you
like, go ahead. Go
it's
ahead.
just you if you take it and you're gonna use us and manipulate us every election cycle.
Like, we're gonna feel like this
No, bro,
every
I'm not dumb. I'm an adult. I'm not like
Mhm,
fine, then do it. I have already lived through a section of my life where I wasn't allowed to get married and we couldn't come out of the closet and pray the gay away. I already lived through all that. I don't care.
mhm,
Go for it. I'll
mhm,
call your bluff.
mhm,
Don't care.
mhm,
And and they're not going to do anything. It's not. And they're not going to do anything where they like ban abortion everywhere in the entire world. It's like they're not going to do that either. It's uh, I don't know. I think they've gotten, and you can see it. You can, if you scroll through Instagram, you can see how they have scared people to the point where they can't move.
mhm,
And I
mhm,
think this go around, people said, fuck it, I'm not scared.
mhm,
I'm an adult. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me how to think. You can't tell me that I can't talk to people that disagree with me. You
mhm.
can't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
And we're over it.
Mhm,
And stop calling me racist because you want me to vote for you. Stop calling me garbage because you want me to vote for you. Stop calling me transphobic, homophobic because you want me to vote for you. We've basically all said, that's enough. That's enough. I'm allowed to have different opinions.
mhm,
And I'm also allowed to be a good person and like you too. Even if you have a different opinion than me, doesn't mean I'm
mhm,
against you. It just means I have a different opinion.
mhm. Yeah, because the difference is that what I'm seeing is someone on the left can vote the way that they vote because they truly feel like that is the best for them. Their morals, their values, whatever they feel like is the right thing for them. If you vote opposite from them, then they constantly are telling you how stupid you are, how awful you are, how could you think that? You're so selfish, you're so this, you're so that. Whereas on the other hand, I have seen a lot of people on the right that don't attack somebody for voting for somebody that they don't agree with. That is the difference. Is that, like you said, just because I vote one way or the other way doesn't mean that I'm against you or whatever. But it's seeming like that if you don't, it's like the most inclusive people that shout the loudest and say that they are all about including everybody and treating everybody the same and accepting everybody. But do you know how specific that box, do you know how small that box is? Do you know how specific you have to be able to fit into that group? Because the minute that you question, and I'm not even talking about question to change a mind, I'm talking about question to try to understand where you're coming from. Give me more information. You want me to understand where you're coming from. So in order to do that, I need to ask you more questions. But if you even think that, like, if you even try to ask a question to get more information, they've already thrown you out, because it's such a small, specific box that you fit in for this inclusive and accepting, and we have your back. And that is why I don't agree with, and I have the hardest time with, this inclusive group telling every parent out there that they're not qualified enough to take care of their children. That is what I have a problem with.
Yeah, you're a party of unity and inclusivity, but the minute someone votes how you don't want them to vote, you're willing to throw them away. I'm not gonna say it, but that sounds a lot like a certain policy that people don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you can read between those lines, but whatever, dude. Like wait, I wanted to get to this one. Marco. Yeah, dude. Marco Calderon. I'm a Mexican misogynist for voting for Trump. Yeah, you guys got some serious hate this cycle for coming out and forced to vote for Trump. Did you see? Oh shoot. God, sorry guys. Someone in the chat tell me the baseball player, the legendary baseball player, his son, Junior.
Oh shoot, we saw him earlier.
I saw him this morning, and now my brain is going
Not
broken.
Clemente.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clemente Jr.
Oh shit! Look at me. Look at me.
Good job. That was sexy.
Good looking
Thank
out.
you. That was
Twice
sexy.
in 2 days.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I said something about Kennedy last night, and she
I almost fell off the table. Yeah. Oh shit, Mike. Really? You were told? Pool boy, what's up? I was told I was gonna get deported. Damn, dude. Like, yeah, yeah. It just. But what are they gonna say? Are they really gonna say? If you see who voted and the majority of who voted, are you going to really tell us all that we're misogynistic and don't, racist and transphobic?
Yes. Yes. Dude, that is literally what's going around.
Then you're missing the fucking point.
And
no one's doing that.
I see so many people that are saying,
Marco, I'm sorry, bro.
When you're
what's up, HGR?
Someone said something along the lines of, like, if your daughter is having a miscarriage, be thankful that your gas is cheaper so that you can drive to her funeral or something like that. Like, I mean, it's
like Trump's gonna lower your gas prices, but
it's getting so it's so bad. It really is so bad.
Trish, have you noticed that many of the people who are weeping and wailing on social media are genuinely metabolically unfit? So many neckbeard men trying to signify to women that they are safe men. Yeah, for sure. It's all the people that want to that just want to tell us that if we don't agree with their opinion. But yeah, metabolically unfit. I get what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. Blue hair, whatever, college campus, some shit. Yeah, there's a trend there for sure.
And this also too, I think that this also has shown that some people just need to get off of social media.
Yeah.
Like it really is sad. And I'm not saying, like, if you're having a sad day, and for some people, all they have is social media. All they have are their followers. All they have, like, they don't have anybody at home, maybe their house, whatever. Like, but
that's also sad.
That's sad.
Like, that's so sad.
But to go, like, and I know that people are resharing the meltdowns and everything like that. But I don't know how, like, I'm not sure of that thought process anymore, of how you take your phone out, You know you're gonna post it. You know you're gonna do like I'm not understanding.
I think that's the social cred. But I think what's happening is now that social cred isn't working anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
Like people are looking around and are like, what the fuck is going on? Like
so
you said, these are adults. These are adult people that are going on social media and losing their shit.
yeah.
Like losing their shit the same way that my 7-year-old doesn't even do that.
So in 2016, like when he won the first time, when they came out and they did all that, and there was this whole giant, wailing on social media and just throwing yourself on the floor and doing all these weird ass things, that gave you social currency.
Yeah, cried. Yep.
This year, it's happening, and no one gives a shit. It's not social currency anymore.
No, because I think we're desensitized to it.
Yeah,
Like
we don't. We
I
don't care.
think I think when you get out of the fog and you get out of the bubble of like whether you call it victimhood, leftist, like whatever you want to call, when you get out of the fog and you look around to what is going on, I literally was like, what the fuck am I looking at? What is I don't understand as an adult, like why you would do that.
You've already called us all the ists, all the misogynists, racists, what you've already called it to us that for so long. Now we don't care. Now it's like we know we're not. We know we're not trying to do that. We know that that's not, why we're doing why we're voting, how we're voting. We know that that's not it. We know that we're not voting the way we're voting because we don't care about women, or we don't care about so go ahead, call us that. Nobody cares anymore because we know we're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It's yeah, El Zippo fucks for sure. Yeah, nobody cares. It's like that shit doesn't scare us anymore. And at this point, it's just like, hey, how can I feed my kids? Hey, how can I make sure
how
that
can I protect
government
my kid?
Yeah, how can I make sure government is in my house?
Yeah.
How can I make sure that I still have freedom of speech? How can I make sure that
Mm-hmm.
because and here's the other thing, and weigh in on this, but the left would say that this cycle we didn't vote to protect women, right? Republicans didn't vote to protect women. That's their whole spiel.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not? I have daughters, you have a wife, you have a mother, blase, whatever. And I would say that my vote was to protect women.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear what they're saying because they're talking about reproductive rights, but they're not hearing what I'm saying. Because I feel like you didn't vote to protect women. Because it's like women, you didn't hear anything about how there was a grown ass man in a space with little girls. You didn't hear any of those stories. You didn't hear about like male athletes like beating girls up in sports. You didn't hear any of that shit. So,
well, this is a really good point too. Hello, Mr. Wooly.
What's up?
I got 3 nasty DMs from people yesterday because I'm a straight white male who can't possibly understand how women feel. This is also a very big problem.
I've been there. I've been there where I was like, dudes, don't start talking for women right now because you can't fucking understand. Yeah, I've definitely been in that mind space. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Like, don't.
Now I'm like, guys, please talk for us because obviously.
No, but the thing is that there's such a mixed message. And I was thinking about this too, is that there's such a mixed message of like, be on our team, but not too far.
Yeah.
Be on our team.
There's too many rules.
But you can't do this. Don't come in. You're nobody. Don't be a savior. Don't be a savior. But you have to ride for us, and you have to hold the flags, and you have to, do all these things, but not too much. Because if you do too much, then you're crossing a line. Support us, but don't wear our stuff. Be on our side, but you can't listen to our music. Like, there's so many. You can be like, if you're a part of the community, you have to be part of the entire community. Yeah. Like, I don't like. There's so many mixed messages, contradictions that go on. It's like, I don't want to have to try that hard. Like if we're friends, we're friends.
We're friends.
If we're not, we're not. If you want me to understand, let's talk. But you don't want me to talk, and you don't actually you want me to support you enough so that you can get what you want.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
But you don't
That's what
want
it
me to
felt like all
actually
year.
support you in a way that's like, I get you, I see you.
Yeah.
There's so many like contradictions. It's crazy.
And just so you can't possibly understand how women feel. I think the main thing for me with what Wooly said when I was doing that whole like, you're a straight white male, don't talk to me, was the abortion thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely was like, dudes can't comment on abortion because it's women's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, yo, there's fathers out there. And I've asked the question multiple times. Do fathers have a say in whether the mother aborts his kid? You know what I mean? It's a nuanced situation, but I'm not going to be mad at a man if he's like, hey, please don't abort my child. I want my kid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be mad at, people. I mean, the crazy protests on either side is like, whatever. But
the extremes on both sides are ridiculous.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. But
they're ridiculous.
If you're coming to me and saying like, as a man, like I really didn't. I'm waiting for that. Like you've heard women that are like feel like, hey, I shouldn't have aborted my kid. I'm waiting for the dudes that are like, hey, I really wish that my girlfriend at the time kept my kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so, yeah.
No. Absolutely. And I've also heard stories about where women went and got an abortion literally to hurt the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they literally used it as a weapon to hurt their boyfriend, husband for whatever reason. Like I saw one story. It was on some talk show. I forget which one it was, but she was like, I just wanted you to hurt as much as I do. And I was like, ooh, that's the problem with everything. When you start to use things as weapons and that is the downfall of social media too. And the downfall of people feeling like that they can say anything and say anything that they want. There are consequences for the things that you say. Yeah, we're up here on a podcast. If people don't like what we say, they can have opinions. They can turn it off, have opinions about it, flag us, go to YouTube, try to get us canceled, whatever they want to do. Like that is also the risk that we take coming onto this podcast, coming onto a platform like YouTube, being on a huge platform like YouTube, that we take that risk that people aren't going to like what we have to say.
That's fine.
That's fine. Also, you have people on TikTok and Instagram and X and all of these things talking about how they use things for the extreme of the extreme. You have women that are on here saying that I love getting abortions. I've had like 30 abortions and I'm cool with that.
And you have trans women on here saying I want to get a uterus just so I can have an abortion.
But that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck is that?
When you take something like reproductive health care, because it is part of it, and you extreme it to one side and you weaponize it, you're going to have people have opinions about that. And then again, people get into power and then make decisions about that because they have to. Yeah. They have to. So we don't want anything to be federal that goes across the board.
I don't know.
But
I just think abortion is so difficult, but
that's the thing. It is so difficult that it's not
it's nuanced.
One size fits all kind of approach.
And nobody wants to just
and it's not. And I still believe that a woman has a right to choose what she does with her body.
Trish, I think men can comment on abortion. I also think men cannot possibly understand what giving birth and of course. I don't. My wife carried a baby. I have no idea what that feels like. I don't know. And I have the genitalia to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I just know that when she pushed him out and I cut the cord and I held him, and he was like, uh, that was the most beautiful thing in the world to me. And so even though I didn't give birth to him, I have to imagine that that's what fathers feel like. Like, I am holding my kid right now. My wife, my beautiful wife, just pushed my kid out. I have to imagine that they get a say
Mhm.
in that. There was no, like, that experience is an experience that, shit, I'll never forget. It's one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to me, and I wasn't the one giving birth. So I have to imagine, as a dad, you would wanna say in your kid, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I just you just have I so yeah,
Mhm.
I get it. I get it both ways. Um, wait, Mike had a good one up here. The men and women's locker room argument doesn't work for the left because I use that argument against women who voted for Kamala, and she said I'd rather be in a locker room with a trans than men. Well, the last part doesn't make any sense because a trans woman is a man. But okay, cool. Yeah, I get, whatever. I'm not like not whatever to you, Mike, but whatever to that argument because it's a left argument and I don't get it. But okay.
Listen, I mean, I have a lot of feelings when it comes to this argument of abortion because I did carry our son, and it did take a long time for us to get pregnant, and there was a thought that I wasn't gonna get pregnant, and then I was very sick when I was pregnant, and so there was the fear of, God, anything I did, any however I moved and whatever, that I was going to do something and lose our baby. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear that women use it as a form of birth control.
Yeah, that
Like,
doesn't sit well.
it doesn't sit well with me, and I could never imagine doing that. But, am I wrong for those feelings? Am I an asshole for those feelings? Like, am I allowed to have those feelings? You know what I'm saying? It's just
I think that's what we or what the majority of people stood up for in the election is just, you can't cancel me and you can't throw me away just because I don't have the same opinion as you or because I have questions or because I want to learn something. You can't just throw me away.
Mhm.
And so, whereas she ran on a campaign of like, hey, just hate Trump. Trump is this scary, hate him. He's Hitler. He's whatever. He's all these things. Hate him. Scare, 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 scare. Trump actually talked to us. You know what I mean? However he presents it in whatever weirdo ass box that he presents it in, he talked to us and we were like, yeah, we are allowed to talk about it. Yeah, we are allowed to have questions. Yeah, we are allowed to say we don't like something. We're allowed to say that shit.
Mhm.
And so we were like, hey, Trump, which I'm really proud. Long Island was red.
Shit.
Actually, New York, he got 44% of the vote in New York. I almost fell out my chair when I saw that. I was like,
Damn,
oh,
that's
let's
crazy.
go, bro.
That's crazy.
That just people just are starting to want to think for ourselves, and we don't want you to tell us what the fuck to do.
Yeah, and that the most interesting part about this, and everybody has said this, on news sources, there's been people on social media talking about it too or whatever, is that he didn't just win.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't super close.
He had a grand slam, baby.
He won by a landslide. Like, he really, really did. And to take over and switch states that have been blue for a long time, that you would never think would turn red,
It doesn't
that were on the verge of turning red. The fact that that New York was 44%,
there's a
like,
there's a lot of blue
no,
states that he gained a lot of ground in those blue states and wasn't.
right.
Oh man, damn.
And the thing is that what everybody is talking about is that it's someone else's fault. They're looking they're they're blaming people that voted for him. Well, you're a fucking moron. That many people
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, can't think for themselves and whatever. Like, that is more telling on, and I think an actual Democrat said it, is that that's a time to reflect as to what is going on. People literally have said, I'm a liberal at heart. I'm a Democrat at heart. But this campaign and this ideology and this bullshit,
much.
that is
Too much. Yep.
And like, that's how I'm feel. Like, I think everybody should be left alone. Like, leave everybody alone. Leave the kids alone. Number one thing, leave the fucking kids alone. You know what I'm saying? And people can just not understand that it was so left. Like, it was so left. And people were like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, it was too much, and we've all said it. I mean, most we want to go back to normal gays. Most normal gays have said it's too much. It's just too much. Nobody set out for that, and that was in nobody's mind when everything started. You know, it's just Jeremy Eat World. What's this? I had a lesbian friend express to me that part of the reason she is distraught over Trump winning is because if she got pregnant, she would want to have an abortion, and she feels that it is not.
Is now that right's in jeopardy.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn. Priorities. What? Oh. I don't know.
See, but if she's a lesbian, then she
in
order to get pregnant, it would be by choice unless something devastating happened.
Yeah, is she talking about something? Because I've said this before too. Like, yeah, obviously reproductive rights are important to me too, because if something ever happened to me and I was in a wrong bathroom or some shit happened and, you know, whatever, like, I don't know what I would do in that scenario. I've talked about that a lot. And so, yeah, I get it. But that's a weird, I mean, that's not at the forefront of my mind when I'm making like decisions. I don't base my decisions on something. I don't know.
Important memo from Tyler Watkins.
Did you all not get the memo? Trump's in, lesbian podcast and immediate. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we're over. It's over. We're done. We lost all our rights. We're not gonna be allowed to have podcasts. We're not gonna be allowed to be on YouTube. No YouTube rights. No.
And yes, Trish, it does take a lot of time as a lesbian to get pregnant.
I mean,
took us 2 years.
It took a lot of time for us. Yeah, 2 years. I know a couple friends who had a dude beat it into a cup and got pregnant the first go round. But yeah, just like, I don't know. But can we vindicate, please? Can we finally get rid of Jeffrey Marsh wacko now? Yeah. There's that other dude too. I don't know if you saw that clip of the guy at Disney World that was talking about marshmallow penises and like weird chocolate balls or something. And I just don't understand why they always cake pops. Yeah, that's it. And but they're always talking to children, and they always say shit in a way where they're talking to children. Like, what? This is why.
Well, and you opened up this door too. Trish has a lot of questions.
He beat it into a cup, and then what happens?
There are actually, you can actually inseminate at home.
Yeah, you can inseminate at home.
The syringe, and there's a long, thin tube.
Yeah,
that goes all the way up. I would assume that it wouldn't go into the uterus. It probably is just cervical.
Yeah.
So it'd go into the cervix, and then from there.
So there you go. Good job. Colleen had IUI, so that was the uterus.
Yep.
And we did that at the doctor's office because I am not comfortable doing any of those things.
Curious, it probably was candles and music. Yeah, it probably was candles, music.
Yeah, and I know, I mean, there are lesbians out there that just like, they have a best friend, they want to get pregnant, and they just have sex with their best friend.
No, thank you.
Neither one of us were okay with that, so we didn't do it. But I mean, to each their own. The most nervous wank of all time. Yeah, because you have to do it like in that like
Like
hour.
you'd have to be in a different
Yeah,
room and then
right.
literally walk it over and because you can't because
you
you're not
can't freeze
freezing
it.
it. You're
Yeah,
not freezing it. See, when we got the vials, they were frozen.
in a cryo tank.
That was like this big, like huge. But the vial itself was like that big.
And then when they defrosted it, they like counted the sperm and saw the activity of the sperm and whatever. They had a whole thing. You're leaving it to Vegas if you do that shit at home. Like there's an over under. Tyler, get that.
Yeah.
What's the over under?
Yeah.
But yeah, I it didn't bother me. I think the worst thing that I saw the entire time is just all of the friends and the family that just continuously write like, hey, if you voted for Trump, unfriend me, don't follow me, we can't be in each other's lives anymore.
That
How
makes
could
me
you,
so
blah, blah, blah.
sad. That makes me so sad that that's where people
Are at,
but also too, I remember what it felt like when I couldn't believe that people voted for him the first time, because voting for him is a direct.
If you're talking to me about doing it at home, yes, I was afraid to poke the wrong thing. If you're talking about somebody else, I don't know. But if you're talking about me, yes. And I don't have very like steady hands that way.
Mm-hmm.
So small motor skills are limited.
Yeah. I also, for me, I've walked this life with like on too many eggshells. You know what I mean? And like you have to be careful. You're dodging this, you're dodging that. You don't say this, you can't say that. Like you're always I mean, I've walked a life of walking on eggshells, and I'm at a point in my life where like I don't want to have to worry. If I'm not invited to the table, I'm not invited to the table, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I want to be able to I want to give my time and energy and build relationships and friendships with people that it's okay if we don't agree with each other, but we can still be friends. And I don't have to worry, and I don't have to get anxious every single time that my phone goes off and I see your name, because I'm worried that you're going to scream at me or you're going to yell at me. Like if you want to have an adult conversation and tell me, this is where I'm coming from, and then we can have a respectful debate or conversation, fine. That's the type of energy that I want. That is the type of conversations that I want.
Yeah, tell me.
I don't want to sit and worry about, oh my God, if I say something like.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
But the thing is that we're not worried anymore. Like I'm not. I'm open to having complete conversation. I'm open.
I'm sad about it.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm sad about it, and I.
But also, too, how many Democrats do you think hope that Trump fails and does some stupid shit like march troops into the street or whatever? They hope that he fails, and that also is fucking sad. Like when Biden took office, I didn't hope he failed. I hoped that he would bring the unity and equality or whatever inclusivity that we had initially wanted. And he didn't. I didn't hope that he sucked. And even when Trump, because I was nervous when Trump got in the first time, I still didn't hope that he sucked. I hoped that he proved me right or proved me wrong, because I didn't want shit to be weird.
I'm nervous that he's in office now, but I'm not out here going around and yelling at people and like I hope hope that he lives up to everything that he says. I hope that our marriage is fine. I hope that he takes care of women in all capacities.
Yep.
I hope that he protects children. I hope that he puts a stricter like guideline on getting across the board. Like I hope he brings the inflation down. I hope that we can all have more money, and I hope he does all of it.
You see a lot of these blue check liberals out there being like, y'all about to reap what you sow. Y'all you wanted this. Now when you get, like,
I would never wish that on anybody.
Right. Like
I would never.
It's the same thing with the assassination attempt. And all of those blue check liberals were like, oh man, they missed the one opportunity. And it's like, really, this is what we're doing? This is what we're out here doing right now?
But if it was reversed and someone tried to go after her, there would have been a
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Everybody would have been like, "That's horrific." Republicans and Democrats alike would have been like, "That's horrific. Nobody
Mhm.
should do that. No one should try to assassinate
Mhm.
a former president. No one should try to assassinate anyone."
Mhm.
Everybody would have said that. Everybody would have agreed. We'd all been on the same side. But because it's Trump, it's okay to just fire off whatever, whenever.
Well, that's the thing. I'm also realizing too that politics, they preach unity, but they always want to stay divided. They just do. Because we have yet to have one president that actually brings us all
Yeah,
together.
I like
And
this.
and just saying that like, yeah, go ahead.
Ken Walters in 2020, one of my wife's friends said, "You'll want Joe to fail." I said, "Why?" Because you didn't vote for him. I said, "No, if he fails, we all fail. I'll wait for it." Right. If Trump fails, we all fail. If Biden fail, well, Biden failed, but we all failed. Like, if why wouldn't you root for them to be the best possible unifier that they can be?
Mhm.
We're automatically going to, well, I hope that they suck so you guys all see that you guys suck.
Mhm.
No, I don't suck. Like, I'm just trying to do what I think is best for my family. That's it.
Mhm.
Nothing else.
Mhm.
I don't know. Craziness. What else?
A lot of feelings though.
Yeah.
I'm
Lot
having a lot of fucking feelings. But the difference is I'm not going at everybody. And I still hold fast to what I feel like I did is right. And at the end of the day, I need to protect my kid and I need to do that in all aspects of what that means to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not out here wishing ill on anyone. I'm very sad that people are feeling what they feel. I remember feeling like that all the time with everything and anything. And instead of pushing people away, I wish that there was a way that we could all embrace each other, even if we didn't agree and even if we voted differently. But not everybody can do that. So I'm just very, very sad that people are feeling the way that they're feeling and that families are being ripped apart for this. And the thing is too, is
Yeah,
that
that's
I have like I am reminded, and you and I talk about this all the time, is that I have one life. Just one. Just one.
yeah.
And if I am not worthy enough in all aspects of the person that I am to be a part of your life, that's okay. But I'm not going to go out of my way to cut people off because they don't agree with me. And I will always do the best that I feel like is best for me and most importantly my kid. You know, I've talked about this before and I am worried about this and time will tell. I don't want anything to happen to our marriage. But at the end of the day, I had to choose between me and you as adults and our child. And we will choose him every time. Every time.
Yep.
Without question. And if that makes me a shitty person in your life because I will always choose my son and protecting my son over protecting adults, then I am a bad person and I will always be a bad person in your life.
Yeah.
But to sit here and tell me that you wouldn't do that, you're not doing the same for your own child, and I'm a bad person for that, that's okay. But I have one life to live, and our main job in this life, the minute that we brought that baby into this world, and I carried him, and we decided that we were going to have a baby, and he came is protecting him.
Yep.
And we will always do that. But I have one life to live.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spend it sitting here waiting for someone to curse me out every turn that I make that they don't agree with.
Yeah.
There's so much anger.
I know.
There's so much fucking anger with everybody. Everybody wants to be angry. I don't want to be angry. Everybody wants to be hateful. I don't want to be hateful. Everybody wants you to hate yourself. I've worked too damn hard to not hate myself because at every turn I'm supposed to hate myself. That's what they teach you.
Yeah.
They teach you that. When I was younger, I was supposed to hate myself because of the color of my hair. I dyed my hair. I was supposed to hate myself because I was 5'11" at 13.
Yeah.
You know, like
You weren't pretty enough. Like that
I
wasn't
was
the
supposed to
normal.
hate myself because I came from a poor family and I had hand-me-downs from my brothers. Like, they tell you that you're supposed to hate yourself, and then you get to a point where you're old enough now to say, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life hating myself.
Well, no, as you get
Like-
older, they teach you not anymore. They don't teach you that anymore. But as you get older, they teach you like other people are going to hate you for this reason.
Trish, I'm in a lot of emotions right now. And
Yeah,
my wife wanted me to do a podcast tonight, so I'm doing my best.
Jeremy World, y'all see the story of the text messages going to Black people saying you've been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plant? No. Where is that at? Is it like, no? What's that story? DM me that. Send me that. That's crazy. I did see the stupid Nick Fuentes video that came up where he's talking about he's that crazy right-wing radical, whatever. It's like, yeah, now we own women's bodies again. Like women have to do what we say, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I saw that shit and I looked at that and I was like, see, that's the reason why like liberals don't want to talk to us and liberals don't want to have conversations, because you have these idiots out here being this crazy on the right. So it's like impossible. All you would need to see as a woman is that clip from that dude, and now you will never trust Republicans ever again. It's insane.
Oh no, Trish, I knew that. I was just saying, like, I'm just having feelings. No, sorry, I don't mean to say don't have feelings. I would just hate for either of you to internalize a social media grandstanding post by people who will forget. Yeah. No. I didn't take it that way. Like, I appreciate this message so much. Colleen, don't give up. Don't give in, sis. You're good. Don't be upset. I appreciate that. So
It's crazy. I think the thing that kind of, because we were fine. It was fine. And then you just see all these messages again. I think the thing that was probably the most disheartening, and it's just like, hey, we weren't voting to hurt you. We weren't voting against you. And to see them just be so quick to be like, hey, unfriend me, unfollow me.
Trish, I would never tell a redhead to calm down. I know.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know.
I don't. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our first.
Well,
either way, it was great. Once I saw Pennsylvania, like, go.
This girl was like,
I was like, I can go to bed now.
No, tell the truth. You kept us up super late at night and then woke us up super early in the morning. I feel like I was on like a 24-hour, like.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you were just awake
amazing.
and up and ready to talk or ready to watch and all this.
What's everybody's feelings about her concession speech? I was kind of proud that she.
Well, did you see Vindicate? What do you say?
Where'd he go?
No, up something about
Go get your Vindicate shirts. Help Mrs. Young, Mustard Seed.
Where is it? This one.
Joe Biden looked happier. Oh yeah, looked happier than a pig in shit. Yeah, at the address today, I'm sure that he was. He is probably ecstatic that she lost. She done pushed him out. She had no problems. She tried to distance herself from him. She tried to make him.
Do you think so? What is it? 70 something days before he actually gets in office?
Who, before Trump gets in office? Yeah.
Isn't it something like that? Like 70 something days?
Whatever. January 6th.
Yeah. Well, no, he's officially in office the 20th, right? Isn't that when he officially moves in?
20th of what?
January. I don't know. I heard all these. Okay, whatever.
Go for it. I'm out. Where's Bernie
way.
again? And Bernie, are you in here? Tell us what's up.
Either way.
Go ahead. I hope Trump gives him a chop.
Do you think that Kamala will show herself and be around and actually in that time? Because before she became the Democratic nominee or whatever, like nobody saw her anywhere. So do you think that she's going to disappear for the rest of her term?
Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, Jan 20th.
Or do you think that she's actually going to stand up with Biden and try to get more things done and passed before he gets into office?
I don't think we might see more of him, because he might just get a little adrenaline rush because she got crushed, and it's probably going to make him feel better. So you might see a little bit of him. I mean, you can't tell me that he wasn't trying to help her, like, at all. I don't
Mhm.
think.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think you'll see them very much. I do think you'll see her at the inauguration. I do think that she'll or Biden will do the right thing. I think Biden will be more than happy to to be there when he gets sworn in, and she
Mm.
did the right thing by I mean, I wish she would have talked to her people at Howard.
Garrett, leave her alone.
Um but I did you
Take the blanket off of her crate and leave her alone.
Oh, he wants to play with the dog so bad. Okay. Yeah, fine. Um, I
No,
wish
he's fine.
I,
Okay.
I wish that she would have talked to her before she went home that election night. I wish she would have talked to her Howard people before she went home. I think that would have been a good thing. But her concession speech, I didn't mind. Whatever. I thought it was funny that she started talking about God because isn't she like the not? I feel like she's not a Bible person. I feel like she's not a God person, or
Oh.
she doesn't really.
Mm.
She didn't go to the Catholic uh, banquet or soiree or whatever they had, and
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm glad she did it. I hope that she just plays nice and to kind of calm everybody on the left down, and I'm sure Biden will play nice because he hates her. So,
Mhm.
and his legacy is
Well,
left intact a little bit.
Trish, thank you for this.
Damn, we will go get that bottle of wine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
um, yeah, you're a good dude. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Well, is that because I stopped trying to figure out who you are? Because I've left it alone for a while. So
Bribery.
yeah,
Bribery.
I would love to know who you are. I'd love to have dinner with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it'll be all right. I think everything's gonna be okay, and people just need to calm down and be okay. What was this other one? I wanted to
The Oh,
Oxfitter.
yeah, that's what I was
Oxfitter. I
looking
don't
at.
understand why when Dems lose, they pitch a hissy fit, but when Republicans lose, we hunker down and go to work and get through 4 years as best we can. I think it's because we Republicans don't have identity politics, right? Like we just are who we are. There's no freaking 87 million labels to it. We don't attach um who we are to some sort of external identity. We just are who
Mhm.
we are. Whereas I think that with identity politics, if you don't acknowledge who they are, if you don't co-sign to what they want and co-sign whatever, they think you don't see them.
Mhm.
They think that you think they don't exist or whatever it is they always say. Like
Mhm.
acknowledge my existence. We do. I can see you. I can see your face. You exist as a person on this earth. I
Mhm.
just don't agree with you.
Mhm.
But they feel like because we don't agree with them, that we think that they don't exist or they don't have a right to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, when did we ever say that? No one
Mhm.
said that
Mhm.
ever. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it's crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot. It's just
But it's going to be a minute. I have a feeling it's going to be less than what happened last time. I mean, I did
see,
see.
you're so hopeful. I think
I
it's gonna
am.
get worse.
I don't. I think
I
it's going
think
to be
it's gonna
less. I
get
think I
worse.
think they'll calm down. I think they'll find something else. There's
Mhm.
other things. And then also too, they're going to look and try to find everything wrong that he does on day 1. They're
Mhm.
just going to wait.
Mhm.
They're going to sit back and wait. They're going to wait for him to get in office, and then the minute that he does something that the minute he
Point their
tweets
finger at yep.
something out or whatever, they're going to
Mhm.
find something immediately, and then they'll have something to do because they're going to run with the news cycle. So
Mhm.
it's fine. But they're gonna have nothing to do until he gets in office. Yeah, they'll move on to the next thing. They still got to do Queers
Well,
for
they already
Palestine. They
have.
still have to do
No, they already have.
college shit, like whatever.
They're already talking about like his court cases and they're talking about like
Yeah.
all this shit and whatever. So
Uh, so it'll be fun to see. Again, I was talking to there's a very nice there was a very nice lady that asked me a question. She was nervous about uh the Project 2025 crap, and I just kind of told her, I was like, he's not on that. That's not him. I've talked about that on here before, but and she's a lesbian with, a wife and a son, and trying
Yeah.
to decipher things, and
Mhm.
shit worries them here, and you hear the fear mongering crap, and then you get worried, and then you're like, oh no, there's no basis to this. Then you get
Yeah.
worried, and like it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, for us, we're really paying attention now or whatever because Prop 1 got passed.
yeah, New York. Well, of
So
course, we're in New York, so of course
Prop 1 got passed
it got passed.
and in the fine print, like it is discrimination against anybody and including age and what that is and what the
Oh, hey,
Republicans
lady. Yeah, yeah. That was a good conversation, girl.
um
Appreciate you.
what people are pointing out is that it's because age is included that it could potentially take rights away from parents to be able to say no, to be able to protect their kids and whatever. And so that's what we're dealing with in New York.
Yeah,
And if it trickles down to his school,
yeah,
then we will be on top of that and whatever. Like, but that is something that has already been passed.
yeah.
Like,
The
so
Prop
it is a
one,
potential threat on
it was put out there
parents.
as an abortion, like save abortion, which I mean, we already had abortion laws baked into
Mhm.
into New York's whatever, and then they put this
Mhm.
prop out, and so it's under the guise of saving women's productive rights, but there's a whole bunch of things.
That they stuck in underneath it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is like, hey, we can talk to your kids about being trans and not tell you, and a whole bunch of
Mhm.
shit that's
Yeah.
weird. So we're gonna have to pay attention to that. I expected it to pass, really, honestly, because it's a blue
Mhm.
state, and as long as the city is the city, it's
Yep.
probably always gonna be blue. But
Yep.
we're inching. I was proud of us this year. We're inching towards that red line. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Suffolk County, our county was red. The island was red. It's literally the city and a few little other counties, but
Mhm.
the counties towards Connecticut, but we're pretty much red. So I was proud of us this go around. I was proud of California this go around. Good job, guys.
Oh, you said California was a big one too, right?
Yeah,
He made a
he made a big splash in California this go around
big
too.
splash in
People, we were
California.
like,
Yeah.
what is happening right now? But
Yeah.
it was awesome. I hope people feeling heightened, chill out, like just chill out, find something else, go pet a dog, go run. What did Trish say? You like go run, go work out, go eat celery. I don't know, something, do something, get a kale smoothie. I don't know. But just I understand where they're coming from, but at some point you got to be like, I am not afraid anymore.
Trish, is it kind of deja vu? Like for you?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Is it refreshing because it kind of brings you back to when you started
you just
to think for yourself and ask more questions and connect with more people?
it is. You kind of see it and you're like, you see your friends do it and you're like, oh, don't do it. It's okay. You don't have to do it.
Mhm.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Mhm.
Go sit in a sauna and read a Bible. Yeah, anything. Go do something else.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Pocahontas has been retired from his vocab. um, yeah.
Vindicate.
Trisha's old. She used to go to elections in town squares. Damn. Whatever, Trish. We love you. We need all of your
Um,
advice. But
but yeah,
so
I mean, listen, any time that you break a cycle, anytime that you choose to do things differently, anytime that you like
I agree on this. Jeremy World agree, Teresa. He already appointed a great chief of staff. She'll keep him in line. I mean, you they tell you that he's just going to have these other weird Republican extremists around him and whatever. And he's got like Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. Like he's got freaking smart people around him this time. And I think he will. I think he'll appoint different people around him this time. And I think it will be a good scenario.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Like you saw him sitting at a table with Dana White and freaking, Elon Musk. Like these are
mhm,
not people that are these crazy right wing whatever that are just want to take down
Mhm.
everybody. They're a bunch of people that are wealthy, good entrepreneurs, know how to work with people, love the country, want to see everybody do well. Like
Mhm.
I'm optimistic. I'm sorry. I'm optimistic.
Well, and the thing is too is everyone's talking about Elon, and I mean, and I can only speak to the parent side of him. You know, he felt like, I mean, and his child might not feel like this, but he felt like he failed his child, and he felt like the system lied to him so bad and manipulated him so badly to support this ideology that, and now sadly has lost his child because his child will not talk to him anymore. But when you have a parent that was manipulated by other adults to hurt your child, I'm not surprised that he has a really big foot in the door and saying, I want to be a part of this, because he was duped by the very system that is talking about being supportive and having your back. And if you don't do this, then you're a bad person and you're a bad parent. And he is now watching his child go through what his child is going through and feels like he failed his child and didn't protect his child. So I'm as a parent, like, get it. I get it. Any other hidden agenda that he might have, you know what I mean? Like, okay, fine. But I get it when he talks about his kid and talks about how the system that says that they support and they have their best interest completely manipulated him into believing that, and now he doesn't have his kid, you know?
Yeah, Trump are yeah. No, Elon's on a mission, dude. You heard him say it a bunch of times, and I saw some shit today where they threw up some stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't read anything. I was scrolling at the time, but he wants to get pride flags out of schools. Like it was on World Star, it was on a whole bunch of other ones. I don't know if maybe I'm sure he probably does. I'm
Mhm.
not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You don't need to learn about that shit in school. Not from school. You don't. It shouldn't be in school. There should be no like sex flags in schools. Sorry. And everybody
Stop
probably
trying to teach my 7-year
like
old about
it's fine.
sex.
They'll learn about
Mhm.
it. There's a million other places for them to learn about it. School does not have to be one of them. They do not have to pledge allegiance to a pride flag. That is not what that's for.
Mhm.
Like, just learn about history and math and all the shit you're supposed to learn about. And like the rest of it, the social stuff will come socially,
Mhm.
not in school. Like, that's that's my feeling about it. But he's gonna get
Mhm.
shit for that. But I'm not mad at it. That's what I voted him in there to do. Like, that's what
Mhm.
I voted Trump to do. Surround yourself with those people. That's the shit I want. So I'm good with
Mhm.
it.
Yep.
Um, I think it's funny how people are like the left is so surprised that more like this time around there was more black people that voted for Trump. There was more Latinos that voted for Trump. The young people voted for Trump
That's what
more,
I'm saying. I think
and
that
they were surprised.
everybody was surprised. That's what like, that's why.
You told black men and Latino men that it was okay for their sons to chop their dicks off, and you thought they were gonna just come out in droves for you. Like, what? What? No
Mhm.
man wants that. Like, no father wants that.
No, and you're gonna also too, the women vote too that he got. You're telling a bunch of women, a bunch of mothers, that you're gonna try to take their rights away from their kids?
Yeah,
Please.
come on now.
Mama bear thing is a saying for a reason. Like, it's a reason. You're trying to do all of these things and teach all of these things to our children and make all these decisions for our children. But my next question is, if you see, this is the part of parenthood that you're failing to think about. Is that every decision that we make as his parents comes with an like, we make a decision and something happens. And then when that thing happens, we make a decision and then the next thing happens.
Yep.
What's happening with these kids is you're doing all of this stuff to these kids and then you're like, done, figured out.
You're leaving them in the dust.
And then you're mad at the parents when the parents are like begging, like they have to beg somebody else to get their kid back. And then the kid is mad at the parents because the parents were like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. It doesn't mean I'm against you. All I'm saying is just wait.
Just wait. You're an adult.
Let's talk about this.
Let's get to when you're an adult.
You're a kid. And as kids, but even as adults, we change our mind all the time. And the very thing that's taboo is the fact that we can't talk about the permanent consequences of these choices.
Can we just wait till they get old enough to be able to get car insurance by themselves? Like, how about we wait for that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Garrett wants to drive at 7. What am I supposed to do? Give him the keys to my car and tell him, go ahead, go drive? He's like, Mommy, I could fit in the front seat. Yeah, you can.
But you don't weigh enough, bro.
Right.
Like, you don't.
Right. Like, okay, cool. Sounds good. Not now.
Extra sloppy. I think the biggest thing that actually hurt the left is that their youngest demographic has been protesting Israel. And despite that, Biden has given more aid to Israel than any president in history. Yeah. No. That I think that was a really weird situation for the Dems too. I don't think they knew quite how to handle that. You know what I mean? Honestly, I wonder if they even knew who their demographic was. Did they have a demographic? Because the people that Israel, like Jewish people got mad at them because they wouldn't fully support Israel. Palestinians got mad at, or whoever's in support of Palestine got mad at them because they wouldn't denounce Israel. Half the LGBTQ they were the most divisive administration ever. They want to say Trump was divisive, but this was the most divisive shit I've ever seen. The LGBTQ was split all the way down to the line to the point where the LGB now doesn't want the TQIASPTCA, whatever. Black people are split. Latinos are split. The way that they handled immigration split up everybody.
There is a hard division line right now.
They are literally
everything and everybody from all walks of like all points of the world right now are completely split down the middle.
Yeah, I don't even know what they did. They lost all of their demographics, literally every single one. So they promised reparations. They didn't give it. Half the black people were mad. They promised open borders and whatever. They did that. They lost the Latino community that doesn't believe in that did it the right way and now doesn't believe in that shit. So they lost that. I don't even know if they know who supports them anymore.
Yeah.
They handled this horribly.
The gay community, and I'm not even talking about us. I'm talking about our elders before us that did everything, that were in the streets marching and protesting and doing all of this. Like, they're even looking around and don't even recognize.
Yep. Student loan forgiveness. That was a big L.
Mm-hmm.
Did you Vindicate? What's up, dude? Did you see Mayor Adams announce they will no longer issue vouchers to illegal immigrants for food? No, I did not see that.
I haven't heard any of that.
I heard him say that we're definitely still going to remain a sanctuary city and blah, 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 blah. But if he's doing that, they're trying to figure out who they're trying to appease. I don't think they know who they're trying to appease anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they fucked up. Mm-hmm. They had the different sections united, mm-hmm. right? Like they had the gays united, they had black people united, they had immigrants united. And I don't know what happened, but in 4 years they managed to fucking separate all of us.
This is the most divisive I feel like that in my lifetime.
Yeah.
That it has felt.
my lifetime shit.
That
Anybody else?
that I feel
'Cause-
like is right now is that it is the most divisive it has ever been.
yeah,
And you have to be very careful. Like I was saying earlier, you have to be very careful with who you hang out with, who you talk to.
and
You know?
everybody's done with that. Nobody cares what they say. No one's afraid of being canceled for what they say anymore. No one's afraid of, you know what I mean? Like it's over. That shit was over. It sailed. It was like 2015 to like 2018, 19 maybe. It got super annoying in 2020, and then now it's just like tanked and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, because people are also realizing you can't just ask a question and get a response.
Yeah.
Like
So
you just
all the blatant lying. Yeah.
and the blaming.
Fair.
Blaming. It's everybody else's fault. You know, like I said,
Trump better do some shit this go around though. Like, no lie. Don't fuck around, dude. Don't waste time on Obamacare. Like, whatever else he thought because he said something like that he felt like he wasted too much time on. What you got, 1 term left. This is it. It's not an 8-year plan.
did you hear that someone's
It's a 4-year plan, bro.
No, I mean, yes, but did you hear that someone's talking about that they actually think that he's going to put an executive order in to make him the permanent president until he dies?
Oh God. Oh yeah, that whole thing about we don't have to worry about voting anymore. He's in office, so we don't have to worry about voting anymore because he is just gonna find a way to. Yeah,
everybody's talking about that. And I think both parties said it. I heard Oprah say it that like if you don't vote and they don't win, like if you don't go out and like this might be the last election that you'll vote in.
Yeah.
And people are
whatever,
saying,
dude.
People are saying it's gonna be because he's gonna make an executive order to make him. Yeah.
It's not.
He's gonna make an executive order so that he can be president for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So
it's just a fear game again or whatever. Oh, what do you think about all of the fact that now everybody's saying that celebrities don't matter anymore? I kind of, if that's really true, and the fact that because she had every celebrity under the sun out there, which by the way, it did not fall deaf on me that every single one of those celebrities was at a Diddy party. But
oh yeah, someone put that meme up of literally everybody that endorsed her in a picture with Diddy's arm, like with their arm around Diddy. Like that was crazy.
I definitely saw that. I definitely noticed that. But I think the Hollywood, the grip that Hollywood had on politics might not matter anymore.
Well, this was a very powerful statement that
does this mean the end of Taylor Swift? Do we now no longer care what Taylor Swift had to say? Because that would be amazing if we didn't care about that shit anymore. Like,
I mean, I don't really care.
I never did, but
no. It was a very powerful statement that a client that came into the gym said the other day she's starting to open her eyes because we idolize these people. We idolize celebrities to the point that we want to be them, that we want to breathe the same air that they breathe, that we think that they are the all almighty, like it, and that Hollywood is the place to be and whatever. And what you're realizing is that they are people. They are humans and they are flawed. And all of this shit that's coming out with what is going on in Hollywood, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, do I appreciate the music that we are gifted from some of these celebrities and some of these artists and whatever? Yeah, they've gotten me through a lot of shit. And I appreciate them and I respect their talent in the music that they create. But
yeah,
I don't idolize them to the point where I'm like falling over or emptying out my bank account because I have to go see them because you know what I mean? Or that they have all the answers. Yeah, they tell their stories and we learn life lessons from hearing other people talk about experiences. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm all for watching a documentary on somebody that I love and, you know, love their music and whatever. But at the end of the day, they're people. And 90% of them are going through the shit because they chose to be in Hollywood.
And also, all those people are flawed as fuck too.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's flawed as fuck.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
all flawed as fuck. I mean, they're way like HDR said.
Yes, Jeremy.
Holly weird. They are fucking weird.
Hollywood Undead. Please tell me you know. Please
Oh,
tell me you know who they are.
who, me?
Yes.
No, I heard the undead thing and was thinking of that AMC show Walking Dead, and that's where my mind went.
No,
What?
Hollywood Undead is a
It's a
group.
group?
Oh my god, honey, that is like the shit.
A group
They're-
of what?
They're so good. Hollywood Undead.
Singers?
Yes.
Like a band?
No, they don't play instruments. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, they're so good. I can't believe I haven't shared it with you.
No, you haven't.
I cannot believe
Garrett
that.
Goggins.
I cannot.
I mean, at least I have those initials.
Jeremy, I will let her listen. She probably won't like it though, but
What is it? Is it
like-
what is it?
no, it's like a it's not a screamo band, but it's really good.
They're like a boy band who smoked blunts. All right.
Oh my
Whatever.
god,
Not mad
so
at it.
good.
Oh crap.
So good.
What did you do to me, Jeremy, right now?
No, that's my bad because like I didn't
What's All
Where is
Too
it?
Well? Is that from them too? Or is that somebody else?
what is
All Too Well is still one of the greatest songs of all time.
was it them?
I don't know, but I'm open to finding out. It's
Oh, this one's so good. These songs are so good, honey.
she definitely won't like it. It's rap screamo.
No, I mean kind of. Kind of.
Oh,
Where is
that's
it?
Taylor Swift. Oh, okay, gotcha.
right here.
I can't.
See?
Don't. Yeah. Look at us. Oh, it's in Spanish. Stop it.
Did you guys just hear this catchphrase?
Keep going. Get into it. You're gonna get us things.
Huh? Oh. That he loves these shows,
Okay, stop
bitch.
it. Stop. You're gonna get us dinged. Jesus Christ.
It's so good.
Everywhere. All right, I will have to do my research and I'll let you know.
Everywhere I go, bitches always know.
Oh God, here we go. Well, then now we're gonna get called misogynistic. Awesome.
What do you mean? Nope, Vindicate. They're so good. They're so fucking good. Yeah, Undead. They scream a lot. You wouldn't like that one, babe.
This is the kind of music you listen to before a high school basketball game. All right, that's fine.
Get you hype. Get you hype. Oh, so good.
Lord.
So good.
They don't have parental advisory little notices on the bottom of the CDs.
That's okay. We'll get a copyright. I'll just take the music out and for that, 5 seconds or whatever. So good though. I
right.
can't believe I didn't share that.
What
with
did you say? Next show intro music will be one of their hits. I mean, I don't know. I can. How many seconds can I play of it? I can record it and have it on there.
I was kind of like
but
glitching it or whatever, but the problem is that we get copyrights for all the music. I've had to take out music in every single, even like on a reel. It's not the real part that we get copyright for. It's if there's
It's the
music
song,
in the background. So I just take out that music, and we can keep it because you can't. You can't monetize it or whatever.
Yeah.
If there's copyright, but.
But anyway, that was our first takeaway.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, and letting me have my
appreciate you.
feelings.
Colleen had
Trish.
her.
I'm having a lot of feelings about this. And, as much as I have grown a lot, like, there's still that stuff too. Like, let's see, like you said, let's see what he does. Let's see, because you already are starting to have stuff come out that now that he is, that's not the one that I wanted. That's not that one.
What are you doing?
I was trying to make it. There
you
go.
go.
Now that he's in office, that he's been lying about everything, and that Project 25 actually is his. He just needed to get into office by saying it wasn't. So, like, but also too, I need to get off the damn internet
Yeah, you do.
and stop finding.
So do a lot of people, though. A lot of people need. If you like, don't have this skin for it. Pause. Then don't be on the internet, like, because Jeremy World, feelings are good long as we do something bad with.
We don't
do something bad with them. Let them shits pass through. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope all censorship ends now. Yeah, me too. I mean, I know that that Twitter or X or whatever is a wild boy right now, but that's
Mhm.
free speech, bro. Like I'm like good with the bad, dude. Good with the bad.
Yeah, that's really
So
mhm.
yeah, that's our first takeaway. That's what we've seen. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep an eye out, see what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoy Rogue this weekend.
Mhm.
Should be awesome.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do some upcoming stuff. It should be pretty cool. I think we have a couple of guests lined up in the next couple weeks. That'll be super fun. And then
Mhm.
otherwise, we'll just be on here talking shit. So if you want to come talk shit, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Freedom is Twitter. Vindicate. Twitter is fucking crazy right now. It's hilarious. I'm sure the fuck it is. Look, when I pulled up Instagram, oh, you guys want to see this?
My boss.
This is
my
the
boss.
funniest.
Oh my god, he is
Holy-
a savage.
Oh my god.
Yes, Kenneth, and it's I'm trying to. I want the new ones. Yes, so badly. The red
Oh, yeah.
ones. The red ones, the black and yellow, and
I want the new Betsy Ross ones.
and then the gray ones too.
This is, if you guys haven't seen this, is
Oh,
fucking.
I sent this to you, didn't I?
No, I found it. This is
Oh.
amazing.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
What else he doing here? What are you doing here? Making stuff. Fire on and the music off. Is that on? Hey, it is funny. You know where I pay for this wedding?
What are you doing? Don't play with your head. That is so dumb.
What is love?
Dude, I was dying I watched this like 3 times. I was dying the entire time. This shit is so funny. I don't give a fuck. I don't
Wait,
care.
didn't I send
They can
you?
get mad if they want to, but oh, you think the new colorways are ugly? I don't think they're ugly. I definitely want the Betsy Ross ones. I'm not big on yellow, so that's not my thing, but yeah, my favorite movie from my childhood too, Extra Sloppy for sure.
Oh my god, so funny.
It was, the internet is savage right now.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them. Do you have yours? Because this was also awesome. Oh, hold on. If you haven't seen this, holy babe, I don't think you have seen this. This is,
the football one. I thought I sent to you, and I didn't send it to you.
I have it.
Oh, okay. What the fuck is this?
You okay? So, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you nervous? That you're okay?
Fuck up.
The sign of the window, Daddy stuck you like a Shinto Annie. Think I'm in your body.
People have way too much time on their hands.
I'm probably gonna get in
Shut
trouble for that because
up.
obviously it was Michael Jackson. So this is gonna get demonetized. But whatever. It shit was
Shut
funny, dude.
Wait, is it this one?
That's just AI, but it was
No.
Yeah, music. I know I fucked up. My bad.
No, it's not
But it was
that
so
one.
funny.
It's not that one.
And then this is the chick screaming her head off. That was the one that I was like,
I know, Kenneth. Thank you.
I'm sure everybody's seen this. We've all, but like,
No! Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
yo, she spit. That was the thing that caught me. I was like, she is doing this to, like, she committed to that shit. Committed to it.
Man. Oh, there was this. This is the one I wanted to show you.
This is what you see when you drink too much cough syrup.
Oh no, I can't. It's more music. Damn.
Yeah, don't do it. Forget
Damn.
it. Whatever.
It was so
funny.
well, they remade, I think I told you guys, they remade the Macarena
Yeah.
song. That's very catchy, just like the eating the dogs and eating the
The
cats
cats.
one.
It's funny. But all right, so we'll
So-
have to do some editing in it, and then it'll be fine. But it'll be fine.
So
All right, that was fun. Thank you guys. I know you got isn't Sevon tonight? Roll over to Sevon. He's doing CrossFit update
Is
or
he?
Rogue update or something.
oh, I actually think
Um,
right now, let's see.
Oh,
Let
what
me
was
check.
the name? Night at the Roxbury, Jody. That's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Night at the Roxbury. That shit was fire.
So right now, Unashamed, Faith and Fitness with Brock and John Young, they're on right
Oh,
now.
I'll go mess with them then.
Want to
That's
go
fine.
over and support, they're on right now. And then you said you wanted to see if Savon was on tonight.
I think Semon's at 9 o'clock. I think he's doing a update show.
Let's see.
So go. I
Yep.
know all of you guys know
Yep.
that. but,
CrossFit update show, 9 o'clock. Rogue Men top 3 predictions.
So.
At 9.
Kenneth.
Oh, and also shout out to Dense Update.
Oh, Dense updates. Yeah.
that's awesome.
She's fire.
Congrats, girl.
Yeah. Awesome.
So cool for you and to see all that stuff and
Yeah,
whatever.
It's
so
cool. I love the clips.
hmm
So
So yeah, if you want to go give Brock and John some love right now or whatever, they're on.
thought this one was a parody the first time I saw it. I
So-
did too, but no, she really went for it. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
We
the puppy's
always
sleeping.
appreciate you. Yeah, the puppy's done.
Puppy's
She's-
sleeping,
yeah,
but she'll get up now and
Yeah.
for a little while, and then but the boy is going to sleep.
I'm gonna
8:30.
go figure out my new camera because obviously it's only giving me like 40 minutes. I gotta figure
Yeah.
out if I set a timer on it or some
You might have.
stupid shit. But
You might have.
thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you
always.
guys so much
Love
for
having
hanging
you.
with us and listening to us
Trish,
talk.
thank you so much, Jeremy.
Yeah.
All you guys, Kenneth, Jody, everybody.
Sarah,
If I don't
everybody that
say your
was in
name, I'm
here.
sorry, but I do love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate you so much.
and
And
we'll see
yeah, we'll
ya.
see you on the next go round.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.